Me personally, I'm really tired of the fake it till you make it culture. I'm tired of people. Maybe it's social media and everybody trying to portray this ideal life that they don't actually live. You know what I'm saying? But it's almost as if, like, no one lives in reality anymore. So just trying to have a conversation with your peers or almost anybody about just things going on in the world, like, beyond yourself, or say anything. You know what I'm saying? Just trying to have a conversation with these people about, like, things that are observable or, you know, Googleable. They treat you as if, like, you're trying to rain on their parade or, like, bring them down or not let them be happy or something. And it's like, no, I just wanted to speak on reality and what I thought we were all experiencing consciously. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. For me, it creates a weird disconnect where it's like people being offended simply at you wanting to talk about a topic or bringing up something or just making an observation, even if it might be, a bit uncomfortable or pessimistic or whatever. It's not like I'm just pulling it out of my ass trying to ruin your day. Like, it's 2025. Look, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Just the news cycle alone, just there's so much going on. It's like, why is it almost taboo to acknowledge that it's like, hey, shit is a little uncertain. Shit is, looking pretty shaky for the future. I don't know. It's like I'm not trying to make anybody feel bad or like ruin somebody else's dreams or tell them or convince them not to do what they want to do. It's really the opposite. I think now is the time more than ever where the only thing you really can do or rely on are those things that are true to you. But I don't know. Maybe it's also a negative perspective from my point of view. Maybe I should try to be more aware of that. I don't know. Maybe I'm factoring all of these things in and I'm just venting them. But it seems as though simply like okay. There seems to be a really, really large disconnect from the people existing in the world and the world occurring around us. Does that make sense? Beyond the wealth gap, I feel like there's an even huger gap in people who have agency and can actively change things on a global scale and those who can't. And being, part of the masses of those who can't, almost trying, it's not even necessarily trying to do anything about it, but even acknowledging that, hey, there are these larger things going on that might affect us in some way in the future. You know what I'm saying? It's frowned upon is the easiest way to say it. It's not an easy conversation to have, and that's definitely why it's more so a conversation I'll probably be pursuing and having on here more so, because I don't know, it seems almost like a waste of time. And it's not as if I'm trying to insult or, make these people feel more negative or have a different outlook or anything. I'm not trying to affect what anybody else has going on at all. It's, just me trying to bounce ideas off of, people that I either deem or consider like-minded or, people who see things the way I see them. So I guess the internet is the only option because, I don't know, it seems like just such a large disconnect between the internet space and the real world space. Like, it just seems like these gaps are growing further and further. And I don't know. I'm just, I grew up. My family wasn't really big into social media in any sort. My parents didn't have any social media realistically. None of me or either of my sisters had any social media until we were pretty much finishing high school and stuff like that. So, we missed MySpace, Facebook. Pretty much all three of us have an Instagram account. And I assume, yes, I know my little sister has a TikTok account. But, I kind of, because, I'm 25 now. So kind of like, born in 2000, kind of around the first wave of Gen Z. So I kind of missed the wave on TikTok. Like, I remember Vine and things like that. Not the point. But I've just never really understood or been a fan of the whole fake it till you make it thing, or like trying to make your life seem like a highlight reel. Like, I rather just, for the most part, like, I'm not really present on social media. Obviously, I'm trying to increase my presence on YouTube using my actual face and voice on this channel. But I don't know. I've always just kind of approached it from a realism, kind of be realistic perspective. And maybe that's also led to me holding myself back in different ways and different endeavors that I've wanted to do. But it's I don't know. It's just really hard to talk about with like my friends. And it's like I have plenty of really different friends, and I'm just noticing across all of them whether I think they're like a really positive person or not. It's just a really almost similarly coded response of like almost being offended that you want to bring these things to their attention and kind of pop their bubble of whatever they had going on, whether it was something beneficial to them or not. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. It's just like, I don't understand why that or this, because, that's this video at this point, comes off as like such a vibe killer. I mean, I understand we all have our goals and things we're working towards. And, many people aren't happy with where they are or the current circumstances of their life, but I don't know. Is it really that upsetting to kind of zoom out and be like, dang, it's okay to be unhappy with the state of the world too? Like, I don't know. I mean, I definitely don't think we should have been born into the world with the current situations. Or a better way to say that is we were born at a pretty unlucky time where we were made a lot of promises and told things that we were very quickly lived and experienced to see weren't going to be the case. And, things are changing rapidly. Not to like jump to too many topics in one video or anything, but, we're currently in Trump's second term. So, just today, just a week ago, they said he was already making headlines for saying he wanted a third term. So it's like, I don't know, we're living in a very volatile time. There's a lot of chitter and chatter online of like different possible occurrences on what we might see in the future. And I don't know. It's definitely, after coming to a point where, I understand economics and things like that through like, just going to university, like school, lame, but real. Paying attention to things on a more global scale, it's like, yeah, I kind of want to talk about them because, I mean, like, we're affected by them ultimately. Like, I mean, you know, our generation experienced COVID. Like, you know, we know firsthand, like, yes, these things are interconnected. We can be affected by these things, but I don't know. Maybe I'm just rambling. Maybe I just want to have conversations based in reality, based on what the fuck is occurring around us. And it seems like I don't know if it was a forgotten skill or if something we just never learned, but it seems like we just kind of don't do that, and we just kind of distract ourselves with whatever it is that we deem entertaining or our go-to media. And it's, I don't know, for me, I feel like all of this comes from a place of like constantly trying to like learn and understand things that I don't. And then, you know, I understand that it's like understanding the world is like a large concept, and it's like, you know, there's a lot of different countries and dynamics at play, but it's like ultimately it's not that impossibly complicated. Like I swear I have an easier time understanding the history of the world, like colonialism, capitalism's effect on why our society is what it is today, than I have on understanding like why I do the dumb shit I do as a fucking human being. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not that complicated. Like, literally trying to understand yourself and get where all of this fuck shit comes from is a much more complicated task that we all have to do in order to mature. But you know, I'm just sitting here with my broken knee thinking and, you know, watching other YouTube videos and just thinking about what's going on in the world and just wondering why it's so hard to have a conversation just about the reality of the world with anybody, whether it's over the phone or in person, your family, your friends, your significant other. It's like, are we just not going to acknowledge this? But that's my time, I guess. Thank you. Thank you. Please add to the conversation. That was really the only point. And, you know, if nobody watches, that's cool too. Thank you.